Hi, this is Denise with PaperKraftD, and this is part 2 of my planner makeover using the Nature's Palette Digital Junk Journal Kit from Cara Brandon Creations. I'll have a link to this kit in the description box below if you're interested in using it for a project of your own. In part 1 of this planner makeover series, I created some very simple covers for my May through August inserts for my 2023 planner. I really wanted a simple project because I really had kind of lost my mojo, and so I kept these insert covers very simple, just adding tabs so I could tell which month was which. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I alter and enhance these printables to use in my planner. And these techniques can be used in any kind of project that you have, for journal covers, for scrapbook pages, for project life inserts, all sorts of different kinds of things. I mean, these are very adaptable techniques. So even though I'm creating these inserts for my planner, don't be thrown off by that. These techniques that I'm going to be using are very adaptable to whatever project, multimedia project, you want to use them for. Cool. And like I said, I could leave these inserts in. These are just inserts that I put into this plastic case that I use for my, these are all the months of the year. I have my year at a glance, and then I have, each month, and I can, write things in there. But I do think that I am going to take these out. I really love these inserts for the gratitude inserts, and I'll reuse these. I'll just keep them with my planner stuff, and I'll reuse them, time and again. But I do want to make some that go specifically with this. Oh, now that's cute. I could actually just turn this over and just do this side like that. Maybe I'll do that, so I don't have to make another, unless I want to make another paper clip for this time around. All right, and this is my writing board, so I'll just take this out. And I'm also taking the inserts out of my notes section. Okay, so these inserts need to be 5 inches wide. So I'm just going to go ahead and score each of these pages that I'm going to use at 5 inches. I have already removed the borders from each of these 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper. I'm going to glue them so they're double thickness. This is like a 30-pound printer paper. And then I'm just going to trim off that overhanging edge, and I'm just tearing it like I did the rest of the edges with my ruler. Great. And so let's see, where am I? 7 1/4. So that's basically like right there. So I'm taking off like 1/2 inch. There we go. All right. So that should be the right size. It is. I'm going to use the smaller 1/4 inch rounder on this. So I like that look a little bit better. Just make sure it fits in here before I do anything else. Okay, yes, I like that in there. And then I can work on that. Excellent. Okay.
And then these, let's see, these are, they're all just a little, I guess 6.5 basically. We're slightly bigger than 6.5. Ever so slightly bigger than 6.5. Okay. So what I like to do is mark this like that. Kind of fold that. And then I'm just going to tear that bottom part off. Okay, so I'm just going to start by wetting the edges. But I guess I'll do a little bit of the, maybe I'll do a little bit of the blue around the edge. See how that turns out. I'm just trying to get that water, you know, colory effect going. That looks pretty cool, actually. Just like that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, actually. All right, so I'm just gonna take these are all the same size. So it's pretty easy to do these all together when they're the same size. And I'm just going to dredge them all in some water. You can see I have them all stacked up here. Just going to do lots and lots of water to dredge them all at the same time. Okay. Wet on the edges so this
helps the ink wick up the page and oxidize.
And I'm using the walnut stain, and I'm going to add plenty. I'm going to go ahead and add some water so we get some oxidation going. And I'm just going to dredge this through here like this. And I really like this kind of watercolorly effect, and I feel like it's like the lazy woman's way of inking pages. So if you don't really feel like, you know, inking each page individually and you have things that are all kind of the same size, this is a great alternative, and you get kind of that uneven edge, which I really like. It just looks really painterly and really cool, pretty grungy, which I really like. I discovered this when I was teaching classes at my local scrapbooking store, and yeah, I really like this technique. It just, you know, it's really cool. And when I'll pull them apart in a minute. I'm gonna let them dry a tiny bit first. Let's see, I think I'm gonna go ahead and dredge some of this ephemera here through that. I'm gonna add some more water because, you know, they need a little water before you put that on there. Okay. This is the walnut stain. Make sure I'm getting the right one. You get this really kind of cool looking effect there.
And I'm just repeating this process for a lot of the ephemera that I'm going to be using in this project.
Okay, so I dried all of these. I used the heat tool to dry all of these. I really like the way this one turned out with the blue around the edge. The color is just about perfect. I really love that. And these came out great. I really love the way you almost get kind of like a grays in some spots, like burnt edges. I don't know, it just looks really cool. And it kind of pulls in the colors from the printable, which is kind of fun. This one's interesting. I like that. It kind of gives you that watercolor painterly look around the edges, which is pretty cool. I really love the way this one turned out. See how it pulls up that color there? It's just kind of fun. And then I did all of these pieces. And again, I really love the way you get kind of like almost a gray, like burnt looking edge in some of these. Like, look at this. Look at that. Isn't that just so cool? I love that. Oh. So I did all of these. And this went pretty quickly. You know, just drying took a little bit. And these I just stacked all up. I did like that because they're all the same size. I really like the way this one turned out. I think that one turned out so cool. This one's really interesting. I think with the ripped edges and just the, I just turned out so cool. I really like them. Okay. And then I inked up the edges. I punched holes in these and I just inked them with some walnut distress ink, not the distress oxide, just the ink. Those turned out pretty cool. You can see I printed this out on some vellum as well. I want to add some more of this Mermaid Lagoon. Maybe even some of this green with the mica. This is Frosted Juniper, and that's Tree Lot. So let's see, I'll start with this one. I want this to like drip down in here. All right, and then, ooh, wow, that's drying quickly. Let's see if I can get some green in there too. Ooh. All right, and I'm gonna try to control the drip. A little bit. And if you want to control the drip, what you do is you kind of go back the other direction. Let's see if I can get, oof. Okay, that looks kind of cool. Getting a little bit of that. Getting a little bit of the drip over on this side, which is nice. I want to get a second drip going. go. And once you get a drip going, it's easier for it to go down in that groove. So it's kind of like the trick with the dripping.
So I'm just drawing this with my heat gun, and I'm adding a little bit more ink.
That's just really absorbing into this paper. There we go. That's what I was looking for, is like a brighter blue. So you can see that it got this really kind of cool wicking effect here on the green, which is kind of reminiscent of some of these effects that Cara got on this printable down here. So I really love that. So now everything's dry, and I'll flatten this out later to, you know, just put a book on top of it, you know, once I've got everything on here. It did go through the other side, but that's okay. I'm gonna decorate the other side anyway. But I really liked like this. This is just from my scrap. And I think I'm just going to do like a little X with my tiny attacher. See if I can get, oh, I can get on both sides. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I like the way that looks. That's good. All right, so I'm thinking this like right here. Do I want to go over more? That looks kind of cool too. Maybe I'll do something more like that. And then let's see what else I can put in here. That would look pretty. Maybe, how about one of these? That would be kind of cool. How about that one? Or swatch. Oh, I like swatch. All right, how about I tear it like right there? All right, that looks kind of cool. Something like right here. Okay, and then let's see, I want it over the edge, but I'm not going to glue down the other side quite yet, just because I'm not sure what I'm putting on the other side. I do really like that. Now it feels like it needs something yellow up here. Okay, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of ink around the edges right here, just to kind of tone that down a tiniest bit. In fact, I might go over this a little bit just to kind of tone it down. There we go. And kind of get that diagonal look right there. This kind of blends in with the background. You get this yellow, yellow, and yellow kind of line going on right here, which I really like. I think that looks kind of cool. Does it need something right there? Just adds a little bit of interest. Like a little bit of a focal point right there. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. All right, I'm happy with that. Okay, I think I'm gonna call that one done for now. Let's see, we need to do something on the back here. I don't think I'm gonna be adding more ink, so I'm gonna move this, not to this one anyway, and I don't want it to get all messed up on the back, because I really like the way that's turning out. Now what do I want to do? Let's see, I have the other half of this. Yeah, that's more what I'm looking for. Let's see what I have. I love this. Oh, that's too big. Oh, I love that too. That's pretty. Huh. I like those colors better. Okay. That, I don't think I want to do that. Oh, I've got that. Huh. Got this. This is cool too. I mean, they're all cool, but just trying to find colors that are gonna go together really well on here. The blue, can't say that's my favorite on there. I really like this. This might be pretty on here. Yeah. All right, I like what I've got going on here. It feels like it needs, obviously it needs something else. So maybe some book page or music page, music paper, or, ooh, how about some tissue paper? I bet some tissue paper would be really pretty on here. Okay, I like these golden ones because they kind of then, you know, bring out these little golden dots. That could be really fun. And this will be see-through on here, so that would be really cool. All right, I might do a little bit of that, and of course we need some washi or something. Maybe some script would be pretty. Maybe some music would be pretty. Even a little gold. So I've got some various washies here that just happen to be on my desk. Okay, so I'm gonna just layer up some of, I like what I've got going on here. So I think I'm gonna, I like that on there too. That's really pretty, but I like this with this. And then I like these together. I think that looks cool. So I'm just gonna layer up some of this and see what I come up with here. I'm just gonna add some of this directly to this, and we're gonna just go for a really rough look. All right, so I'm going to put this off to the side for the moment, along with these, so I make sure I don't use them in something else. And I'm going to start working on one of these. So I need to figure out which one I want to be my very front cover, because this is going to be the most visible thing in my planner. All right, so this is how it's going to look here. And I just need to decide, do I want that there? That's kind of what I was thinking. I do like those colors. They're very pretty. The other one I was considering was this. No. I don't want to do that one. I want to do these colors. I like those colors. Could do something super bright, but no, I like this. Okay, so this will be my front cover. This will be the interior. I don't think I'm going to decorate this other side. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm only going to decorate this side here. That will save me some time, and I think it'll be just fine the way it is. So let's see, what do I want to put on here? Got all these strips too. That one's a possibility. All right. Go. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm really liking that. Okay, I feel like it needs something else more right in here. I'm going to staple this in here. Try not to get the paper. Just gonna staple that right in there. Oops. Like that. There we go. Yeah, I like that. And then I'll use this, to cover it where I stapled it. Okay, yes, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Of course, now it just has two things of red. Now it needs another thing of red. Another little teeny tiny pop of red. Maybe over here or here, I don't know. I've got a ton of these kinds of zig pens. How about like an X for artist? And then maybe, I don't know, a couple dots or X's up there. What do I want to do? Okay. All right, I like these, but it feels like it needs something else. I'm gonna use this little really fine brown pen to kind of give this a little bit of dimension. I did mean to add a little bit of ink. right here. So that's good. All right.
Here I'm doing some mark making with some whiteout type liquid correction fluid. This is a pen that I think I bought at Daiso, and I really like that it's nice and opaque. You can see I'm adding a few dots at the top and some dots at the bottom, and I'll add more later as well.
All right, that's good. I'm happy with that right now. I'm just gonna leave it as is, let that dry. And this back, like I said, I'm not gonna do much to it. Do I want to add? Maybe I'll add something like right up here, but I'll see. All right, I'm gonna let this dry first. Okay. I'm gonna go back to this one. Let's see what we've done here. This should be dry by now. I'm just gonna tear.
So I'm just tearing off the parts of the tissue paper that didn't adhere to the background, and I'm doing this really just to get a rough edge and make it look really cool.
All right, so this is what we have, and you can see the pattern through there, so that's kind of cool. I'm gonna add this underneath here. I love the way that looks. Okay. Like that. Perfect. This is 1 inch. Perfect. Nice. Okay. And then, yeah. That turned out super cute. Okay, I really like that. Still feel like I want to do something right here. I'm not sure what. All right, yes, I quite like that. All right, yeah, I think I'm done with that. So that's the front, and that's the back. Ugh, I love that. I really, really love that. I love the way that turned out. And then this is the front of this one. I could outline this in brown. Okay, yeah, I like the way that looks. Okay, so I wasn't going to do anything to this one, but I'm kind of feeling like it needs something up here. Yeah, I kind of like that. It feels like it needs something else there, something else, but I have no idea what.
So I'm adding some gold foil stickers and other stickers from a sticker book from Jen Hadfield. It was kind of in a little booklet like planner stickers come in. I don't think it's available anymore, so I can't provide a link to this one. And I'm just adding a strip of paper from my scraps along the left-hand side there.
Okay. Yeah. I want to go around this too. Just to make it a little more bold. Okay, that kind of ties it a little bit more with those, so that's good. All right. Okay, so I really love the way this one turned out. I went around these circles with that fine brown pen. I added some doodling up here, some little dots and some white dots in the middle of the crosses. I like the way this is turned out. I'm pretty happy with it. I love this, and I wasn't going to decorate the back, but I decided to anyway. So I'm actually thinking, I really feel like this needs like a spot of maybe some orange or something here. So I think I might use some of this Distress Oxide. Do I want it in orange or do I want it in pink? Oh, that's a good question. Maybe a little both. Let's try that. Let's see. I don't want to do too much because I don't want it to seep through the other side. So I might, instead of spraying it, I might actually just kind of like drop some. Okay, is that going through? Hopefully that's not going through. Okay, let's see if I can get this to, ooh, that did quite a bit of running. Look at that. Okay, that was a little more than I had anticipated. So, you know what? I might actually just do a little, there we go. Yeah, that might work right there. That actually looks pretty good. Want to control it slightly more than, there we go. All right. There we go. Yes, I like the way that one looks. Okay. Let's see if I can get this to go in here. go. Okay. Even add like a little drop there. That looks kind of, that might look kind of cool. Hope that's not seeping through. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, this is kind of what happens when you're when you don't use gesso first. Okay. All right, that's kind of interesting. Just hoping it didn't go through. All right. I'm gonna dry that. Okay, so I like the way that turned out, but I feel like it still needs, like, this didn't go through, thank goodness. All right. But it feels like it needs a little bit more of a pop of color right there. So I'm just going to try to get that. There we go. Okay, yeah, I like that. I'm gonna dry that. Okay, so that's actually kind of interesting. Now, if you don't want this kind of wicking right here, you can add some gesso to this, like clear gesso, if you want to keep the underneath print. So I might do that on some of my other ones that I have. Just see what I come up with. But yeah, I'm actually pretty pleased with that now. I think it looks just a little more funky, kind of cool. So I like that. Okay, so I'm just going to add some of this Liquitex clear gesso. I'm spreading it with an old room key card, and you can see that I'm being pretty generous with the application. You can use an old credit card, whatever you have, as long as it's like some, heavy-duty plastic that's firm, that'll spread the gesso evenly across the paper.
I'm going to be applying this clear gesso to the front and back of all the remaining inserts that I'm going to be working with.
Okay, so these are all dried and flattened. I don't generally really love the feeling of clear gesso. It's just kind of gritty. It doesn't have that nice smooth texture that I like on paper. But these are going to be in sheet protectors, so it doesn't really matter all that much to me. Let's see, what can I put on here? I like these. Those look pretty.
So I want to bring some of that blue up to the upper right hand corner. So before I attach those pieces, I'm going to add some Mermaid Lagoon Distress Oxide spray up in the right hand corner and get some drips going on.
All right, I really like that. I think that looks really cool.
I wanted to make that brown border a little more pronounced, so I'm adding a little bit more of the Walnut Stain Distress Oxide spray and just dredging the paper through it along the edges again.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Add a little bit of this right here. Not a lot, just a little. Alright, I'm happy with that, like that. What am I going to do on this side?
So I decided just to play around with some drips and see what I could get. And I'm just doing a single color, like a line across, and then drying it with the heat gun. And then I'm going to do, and this was a Walnut Stain Distress Oxide ink, and then I'm doing some Mermaid Lagoon, and I dried that with the heat gun. Went back with some more walnut stain. I'm just alternating, going back and forth. Each layer that I do, I'm drying it before adding a new layer, so you know, all the colors don't muddy.
Okay, so that's the front. That's the back. I really like the way that turned out. Let's see.
So you can see that sometimes your placement of things can change depending on how things turn out once you've added paint and other elements. So, you know, I'm just playing around again with the placement of these elements. I still want to use these two pieces. I'm just trying to figure out, you know, what the best orientation is for everything. And then I'm just, you know, trying to get a really nice composition. I don't want to cover up too much of those drips since we went to all the trouble of making them. So I'm trying to, you know, preserve those, but find a nice composition. And, you know, I'm adding different things to see what works.
Okay, so this is what I've done so far. I want to add a little, like a tab up top there. So I'm just going to cut off. So gonna put that, I think, right there like that. All right, I think that works.
Okay, so now I've more or less finished the inserts for the monthly front and back and the writing board. So now I'm working on the front and back inserts for my notes section, and then I'll be done. I'm just adding some paint to this, and I'm just, really just kind of playing around, kind of getting into the whole multimedia thing. So here we go.
I really love these colors. It's too big. Well, I think I'm happy with that like that.
Okay, and now I'm moving on to the last one. And this one you can see I had previously just picked up some of the ink that was the extra ink that was on the silicone sheet when I did the inking for the previous page. I just watered that down and sopped up the extra ink with this particular sheet. And on this one you can see I'm going a little nuts with the collage, but I'm having a lot of fun. This is actually turned out to be one of my favorite pages, because it was I just love doing the collage. Super, super cool. And I really love the way this one turned out.
Okay, so here is the final reveal in my planner. So this I just reused from last time. I just turned this over. This is the other side of the paper clip. So I just put that kind of in there, a little place to take notes. But this is one of the inserts that I made this time around. I really love the way that turned out. I think it's really cool. I love those colors together. They're just very calming to me. And then I open it up. I've got the other side of that insert. And this is my monthly insert with a year at a glance. And then I go to my month. This is stuff that I had planned. Here's the inside of the back cover. And there's the outside of the back cover. And then here's my May insert. Super pretty. And go to this week. And this is my writing board that I made. I love the way this one turned out. I just love the butterflies and the colors, the pops of color on that blue background is just gorgeous. I just love that. I'm really pleased with how that turned out. And then the other side is also super cool. I'm loving that too. It's a little hard to see with the glare, but that just goes right in there. It gives me, it serves both as a double purpose, as a bookmark and as a just a writing, surface, a hard writing surface. All right, so here's the back of the May insert. I didn't embellish these at all. These are just the printables from Cara's kit, and they're absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's see, that's the way they turned out. This is July. Here's my tracking. There's my August. I love the colors on that. There's that. And then here are my notes. And there's the inside cover of that. And there's the back cover. And my Pen Gem pen. Yay. Okay. So that's my planner for the next quarter through August. And I just love these colors. I love this Nature's palette as a the base for all of these inserts. I'm really happy that it'll be with me for the next 4 months through this planner. So I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment in the description box below. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, please subscribe to my channel. Again, this is Denise with PaperKraftD, and craft on.